Today we're test driving the all-new Hyundai Sonata, and we're going to do a fuel economy test to see how well it performs. As you can see right now, we have a full tank of fuel. You'll also notice we have our trip meter currently on the screen and it reads 0. We're going to be driving this over the week and see how many kilometers we complete, and after that, we'll head to the gas station to see how much it costs to fill up, so stay tuned. We just spent the week testing the Hyundai Sonata, and have some numbers here we'd like to share with you. As you can see, we've driven a total of 347 kilometers or 216 miles. I haven't had the air conditioning or the heating on at all, but have had the sound system on the whole time. Also worth noting is we spent about 60% of our driving in the city and 40% on the highway, just to give you an idea of how I got the numbers that I did. You'll notice we're at the fuel station and we're going to fill it back up, and based on that we'll do some calculations to see how well it performed. As you can see, we spent $44 to fill up 28 liters of fuel at a fuel cost of $1.54 per liter. In Detroit, at a fuel cost of $3 per gallon, this works out to $22.20 US for 7.4 gallons of fuel. As you just saw, we spent $44 to fill up 28 liters of fuel at a fuel cost of $1.54 per liter. Also worth noting is the Sonata's fuel tank capacity is 60 liters or 15.9 gallons. First, let's calculate our distance per liter. And we'll do that by taking our distance driven and dividing it by the number of liters we filled up. So 347 kilometers divided by 28 liters gives us 12.4 kilometers per liter or 29 miles per gallon. That means every liter of fuel will give us 12.4 kilometers of driving. Every gallon of fuel will give us 29 miles of driving, and every 8 liters of fuel will give us 100 kilometers of driving. Now, let's calculate our actual real-world driving range, and we'll do that by taking the 12.4 kilometers per liter and multiplying it by our fuel tank capacity of 60 liters. So, 12.4 kilometers per liter, multiplied by 60 liters, gives us 744 kilometers. That means on a full tank of fuel, you can expect 744 kilometers or 462 miles of driving. Now, let's calculate our cost per kilometer, and we'll do that by taking the total cost of our fill-up and dividing it by the kilometers that we drove. So, $44 divided by 347 kilometers gives us 12.6 cents per kilometer. That means every kilometer costs us 12.6 cents. Now, let's calculate our cost per mile, and we'll do that by taking the total cost of our fill-up and dividing it by the miles that we drove. So, $22 divided by 216 miles gives us 10 cents per mile. That means every mile costs us 10 cents. Finally, let's calculate our cost of a full tank. First, let's do it for Toronto, Canada, where the fuel price is $1.54 per liter. So $1.54 per liter, multiplied by 60 liters, gives us $92.40 Canadian. That means a full tank of fuel, if you were to fill up in Toronto, Canada, would cost you $92.40. Now let's cross the border into Detroit, USA, where the fuel price is $3 per gallon. So $3 per gallon, multiplied by 15.9 gallons, gives us $47.70 US. That means a full tank of fuel, if you were to fill up in Detroit, USA, would cost you $47.70. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our channel for more great fuel economy content. If you're looking for real-world fuel economy figures for other midsize sedans, we have fuel economy reviews on the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. You can watch those videos on our YouTube channel.